talk.
No, I said talking to Mike.
Okay, but am I okay to talk?
Go ahead, say it.
What the fuck?
No, because I got told not to talk.
Ain't nobody
Brenda.
told this.
Okay, go ahead, DB. Go ahead, Brenda. Just stay on the line and listen to what DB. Okay.
It wasn't meant to be a personal attack toward you. What I was trying to tell you is that if you knew me, you would know how I really feel and who I am. If you even came and walked in the shoes with me for a day, you would give me more respect than you would ever give any white person, as far as I could say, because of who I really am at heart. It's not about being white and black with me. It really isn't. It's not about being white and black with me. This man right here sitting to the left of me and this man here sitting over here, they will tell you, this man I have literally put my life on the line for. Literally. If I will die for a black man, and that's in your eyes, hold on, in your eyes, he's a black man because that's what you see. In my eyes, I see a brother, my friend, my family.
You said, DB, that's just it, DB. You are assuming. As I said, I was married to a white man for 16 years. I live in a predominantly white community. Okay, you can't tell me what I see and what I don't see. But when I hear you referring to the president by his last name, making comments about Obamacare, that's not the official name for the health care reform bill, it's the Affordable Care Act. Okay, these are the things that stick out to me because this, unfortunately, it's just like we saw in Washington, D.C. yesterday, with this group that hijacked the veterans, march, with these sort of disrespectful comments. Okay,
right.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, when you come and tell me that you're blacker than me, no, I'm sorry.
Brenda.
White meat.
Okay, Brenda.
Hang on. Wait.
Brenda,
I want to get off that subject for a second and go on to the Affordable Health Care Act, since that's the way they're officially calling it.
Okay, but wait a minute.
Let's go to the Affordable Health Care Act. In Canada,
but see, that's what it's not that that's what they're officially calling it. That's what it's always been called. Obamacare was made up by Romney and his group.
Okay,
let me ask you.
That's the way I've always known it as. That's the way my fellow co-workers right here sitting next to me, they also have called it that. I have personally not heard too many people call it the Affordable Health Care Act. But Canada went to that Health Care Act. Canada went to that same Health Care Act, the same situation. Why do you think Canadians? Why do you? It's almost the same. Come on,
no,
seriously.
It's not.
If you compare,
I compare it to this. I compare it to the Affordable Care Act that Romney implemented in Massachusetts that worked out just fine. Romney had the exact same plan implemented in Massachusetts, and that plan worked out perfectly for everybody. And then, when Romney was running against President Obama, he decided that this ain't good for America. The only difference in the Healthcare Act that Romney implemented in Massachusetts is that it's on a federal level now instead of just a state level.
Okay, let me get my point across. You guys can say what you guys say. I promise I will sit back and just let you guys talk. But in Canada, they went to an Affordable Health Care Act, since and it is in comparison to what we're doing now. It is. And what it ended up doing is it ended up putting people who did not have money on the back burner when it came to major surgeries. Heart attacks. You need a heart transplant. You need a pacemaker. You have cancer. Those people are coming to the United States now. Now they are coming to the United States today because they're not sitting on a list for 10 years waiting.
Here's the difference. Let me give you the big difference between what's going on in Canada. What happened in Canada is that people are paying money into a system, kind of like Social Security. And what that money does is it's supposed to afford everybody. If you can't pay your hospital bill, then that bill is paid from that fund. With the ACA, the way it is now, and the way it's done, the way it was done in Massachusetts before, when Mitt Romney implemented it, and it's been the law there for a little bit over 10 years now. and it's worked out fine. What that's doing is saying that you have to get insurance. You are not paying for it. The government is not paying for it. The insurance company is paying for that heart transplant or that kidney transplant or that cancer treatment. The insurance company cannot say if you got cancer and you can't afford the treatment, and then you be like, fuck, I can't afford the treatment, so I gotta get in. I'm gonna get insurance. They can deny you insurance coverage right now because of pre-existing condition. With this new Affordable Care Act, they can't deny you coverage, and they have to pay for it as long as you're paying your premiums. In Canada, it's different because you wasn't paying premiums to an insurance company. You was paying a certain amount of your income a month to the government, and then the government was supposed to pay it out. But not enough people was doing that or paying into it. You had all these poor people or just assholes who didn't want to pay into it, so they didn't get the money for the funds that they would get. That's why people was coming over here. It's two totally different systems. It sounds the same because you're saying that you got socialized medicine, but it's two totally different systems, the way it works. That's why I keep saying people need to go and look at the bill, look at the Affordable Health Care Act bill online and read the whole thing for yourself instead of just going to these news websites and reading the shit off of there, because it ain't the same thing. It's a totally different thing.
All right.
I lived in Australia for 12 years, and I can tell you that they have socialized medicine, and the system works. I know they're getting short for time, so everything that this gentleman Max has just said is absolutely correct. We need to read. We need to quit listening to radio sound bites or 30-second TV sound bites and actually go and read for yourself. That way you can be informed, and that way you don't just start popping off a bunch of parroted talking points that make no sense and that are inaccurate.
Right, because the system in Canada, what they got in Canada, they had that for years.
Okay,
right.
check.
You're absolutely right. Those people always come to the U.S. get major surgeries and stuff like that. They come down here.
We got to go back. Hey, I'm sorry to cut you off. Okay, I just want to say one thing because I've been trying to say it for the longest.
Cool. We're going into
one thing, and then we're going to go into something.
Hold on. We're going into last words. I'll let Packer fan get his last word in. Go ahead.
Okay, this is the thing. Okay.
Yeah, 30 seconds. We got to go back to the music. I got to get drunk.
I'm already drunk. This is how I feel. Max, Brenda, and y'all on the phone, I want y'all to be honest, okay? Well, this is an honest show. Everybody speak on what the hell they feel and what the fuck they feel, including myself. Okay, now, this is the thing. Is everything a rebuttal, or is everything being I can't think of the word right now. Point blank, is it because that DB is white and everything that he's saying is it sparking? Is it hitting a nerve? Because what Obama is going through, all the white people and all the Republicans are against. Do y'all actually feel that DB is on their side, and do y'all actually feel that DB just don't give a fuck because Obama is black? Because I could tell you personally, Max, I mean, this is nothing.
Are you asking me, or are you gonna tell me?
No, I'm asking y'all. Is it?
A question,
no.
Yeah, because actually, this was last comments. This wasn't last.
Okay, well, maybe I'm going about it the wrong way.
Yeah, this is.
Okay,
not
I'm
last
asking the question. Is it because DB is
this
white?
This is not last questions. This is last comments.
Last comments.
Yeah, leave the question.
Your last comment.
Okay, I want to ask a question.
Say how you feel. Just say how you feel.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, I was going that way. Okay, I'm sorry. The thing of it is, I agree with DB on a lot of stuff, and we may disagree. But on the same note, I don't care what the color or race or whatever the fuck it is. I think we all on the same page. Everybody's going through a different struggle. Everybody's going through trying to afford different things. Everybody's going through, no matter if you're black or white, even if you file taxes or not in next year, everybody's going to get penalized versus you're black or white. I'm sorry. No matter when it's all said and done, we can argue. We can do whatever the fuck we want to do. When it's all said and done, the Obama health care, the Obama Act. Yeah,
you just.
I'm just saying. Okay, you said last thoughts. I'm going. No matter what, black or white, everybody's equal. No matter if the president is black or white, whether the president is Republican or Democrat. I'm sorry, disagree or agree. This is just how I feel. Next.
DB Pac-Man, you're up.
I didn't mean to offend nobody. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't mean to offend nobody. I personally am not a cracker. I didn't crack no whips.
No, he's not.
I didn't crack no whips on no slaves.
No, he did not.
Never did my family inherit, nor did they have slaves. That's where I guess my good upbringing comes from, to my father and my mother. I believe that we all are created equal. Now, I know that we're not treated equal, and I agree with that, and I will stand to fight any which way I can till the day I die to be equal. And I apologize to Brenda if that's what you felt that I was saying, because that's not how I feel at all, nor would I ever live on that side of the line. And as far as Obama goes, I don't agree with him. I don't agree with him or his thoughts when it comes to the health care. I believe he needs to revise it, and I'm not a Republican. I would honestly say I'm probably more on the Democrat side, but I would have to say that the Republicans are right in fighting this bill, because I think there's some things that need to be changed, and that's for the better of everybody. But that's just my personal thought, and that's my last thought.
Max 172, last thoughts.
Yeah, I don't think that I understand where Brenda is coming from. I don't think DB is on that side just because he's black. And I guess to answer Packer fans' question, no, I don't. It's not hitting a nerve because DB is white. It's hitting a nerve just because I think that he might have some of the wrong information about the Health Care Act, and it's a lot of people got the wrong information about that. And I just, like I said, I know it because I do a lot of political commentary on Huffington Post, which is a newspaper which linked to everybody else.
Nigga, I know what it is.
Did you just say
that? Well, no, I'm
just
saying for the people who don't know.
What
I know you know what HP is, but I know a lot of people don't. So, but yeah, I think that a lot of people got a lot of wrong information about that. I agree with Brenda. Having been in the military before, that regardless of who the president is, whether you agree with his policies or not, that's the commander in chief. You got to be shown respect.
Dig that.
I don't even agree with a lot of things that he did. His policies. I think he's been too soft on a lot of people, and I think he needs to toughen up. But he's the president, and he got there honestly twice, I might add, and that's it. So, the thing is, like I said before, read the Health Care Act yourself. Read what the exemptions are, exactly what you're paying for, what's coming out, as far as the taxes and all that, and how it's being implemented. And don't listen to these different news sites and even the websites. I mean, go straight to the source, to gov.com, and read the Health Care Act for yourself, and you will know exactly what's in it and where it's coming from. I think that the Republicans are at fault for shutting down the government. They knew exactly what they was doing, and now they gave it to one person to be able to open it back up. It's not even in Banger's hands no more. So it's a big-ass mess.
I heard that. Max 172. Brenda K., last thoughts. Last thoughts, Brenda.
Well, I appreciate you, Pac-Man's apology. Thank you. I understand that this is a very volatile, hot-button issue, but I just want to say it is not a bill. It is the law. It has gone before the Supreme Court.
Exactly.
The Supreme Court did knock down one portion of the Affordable Care Act, but it is the law, okay? And that is something I think that a lot of people are misunderstanding. It is the law. Now, I understand that all laws are not perfect, but, I think a lot of people are coming to this party a little late now, and I think that they need to be, instead of getting caught up in, again, sound bites, they need to actually read because, this fear that your taxes are going to go up. I'm going to tell you where your taxes are going to go up is we're still paying for, the war in Iraq and the war in Afghanistan. That's where your taxes are really going to go up. Nobody wants to admit that. Nobody wants to talk about that. We're still paying for 2 senseless wars. And it's easy to talk about the Affordable Care Act that, it's going to make, your taxes go up. Nobody's talking about the real things that are making our taxes go up. So, again, I hope we can start playing music now that we've all,
Touche.
Thank you. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Brenda. Music is coming up next. I thank you guys for talking with us, and I thank for having a good time, good conversation. We always talk from 12 to 1 a.m. Central Time right here in Gary, Indiana. What's going down in y'all neck of the woods, man? It's 9 after the hour, man. We talked. We had great conversation.
Oh, man, that was a hell of a conversation.
Loved it. Right now in Gary, Indiana, it's currently 50 degrees. Would you stop talking over me?
Sorry.
But anyway.
Don't you start yelling at me.
It is what it is. Music, drinking, the conversation. We have a great time. Going back into the 90s right now. A little bit of intro. Let me be the one you come running to. Hey, baby. What's going down?
Go ahead and say boo-boo. You know you want to.
Shots fired in the same way. Hey, boo-boo.